Okay, I think this needs to go up a little bit. Bear with me a second. Okay. I want to talk about the blessings of God. They don't come automatic. Some folks think that just because they become Christian, the name it and claim it game, so to speak, everything's supposed to just fall to them automatically. There's one place that talks about the blessings of the Lord will overtake us, but now that's when you're in a particular place with God. You can't just become a Christian and then ignore God the rest of your life and expect God's blessings to just fall your way. God don't spoil His children. Okay, and the thing I remember with my grandpa was a statement he said when Grandma passed away. He said, "What did I do? What did I do?" He didn't do anything. Grandpa didn't understand that when Grandma passed away, that everybody's days are numbered. It wasn't any particular thing that he did. That was just what God was doing to get his attention. My grandpa died a saved man, but if my grandpa had died that day rather than my grandpa or my grandmother, he probably wouldn't have made it to heaven, because I heard that he was mean. He never talked about God. He never went to church. And on the other hand, Grandma, she loved the Lord dearly, And when she passed away, it was a very sudden thing, and she wasn't real sick the day that she passed away. They told me that she just it was like she just went to sleep. She just fell over my grandpa's lap and suffered not at all. And they said she was looking at the Lord's picture that morning, and they said that they kind of had an idea that she knew something was going to happen. And some people say that folks know, but I don't. I don't know. I was a small kid. I was 11 years old, something like that. But the thing that got me was that Grandpa thought that he had done something because Grandma was taken away from him. And it's a terrible tragedy for anybody to go through, but a lot of people do go through that. We sing this song called I Hope We Walk the Last Mile Together, and I do. My honey and myself, we both have said that we'd love for that to happen, that when we go to heaven, we go the same day at the same time, Some people do. Some people go within a month or two of each other. Some people go within a few days, and some people go the same day. And it's a really great thing that we would have a privilege to do that. But now, everything that happens like this is totally God's mercy. We don't have any pacts or deals with God. A fellow told me one time, he says, "I have a special deal with the Lord, man. I don't have to worry about this." I said, "Well, as long as that special deal includes Jesus, I think you might be all right." He says, "Oh, it does." But God does make special deals with people, such as like a Nazirite, for different purposes other than salvation. And some evangelists in the past, they have been known to bring great healings from the Lord and stuff like that. But the thing I'm saying is that none of that is just automatic. You have to be in a special place. You have to love God. What faithful father would just automatically give his child everything? Not a very smart one, for sure, But everything that we get from God involves love. It has to come by the way of love. God don't spoil His children, but everything is love conditional. The Bible says that the Lord is omnipresent. That means He's everywhere at the same time. Meaning He can see everything at the same time. Knows it all. He knows everything that's happening. He's, like the one preacher said, He's the secret listener into every conversation. The Bible tells us that He's a discerner of the thoughts of a man's heart. He knows all that stuff that's going on at the same time, and He's not confused about any of it, He knows the depthness of in every detail that everybody is the thoughts that you're even thinking. God knows it all. There's nothing that He can't comprehend. You're not going to con Him. You're not going to try to slip anything past Him. Even though the Bible tells us that there will be some people try to do that on Judgment Day, they're not going to be able to do it. And we get everything by God's total mercy. When man fell in the garden, I say a lot of times that men have not yet understood what sin has done to us, and that's truth. And when man fell in the garden, he fell totally away. He separated himself. The absence of everything that is good, that's God. We gain the knowledge of good and evil, and we separate ourselves from that good, and we obtain the evil. And I'm trying to think of a good example of how that I can say this about the evil that we have obtained. It's the cardinal nature of every man, and with that evil, he has also obtained the knowledge of good. So therefore, to know good and to know evil, he has to know a consequence. Okay? And that's why God doesn't just give us everything automatically, because of the things that He wants us to know, and the things He wants us to learn, how we pick up on things that are good. We learn. You watch some people, you think, man, this person just never going to learn, and because they go through the same mistake over and over and over. They can't quite comprehend that when you do wrong, there's a consequence. The Bible tells us that God says, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, I will repay. So when you do something there's wrong, then there's a consequence for it. Every time. There's no exception. It's just like when you get caught stealing, you go to jail. When you get caught telling a lie, from that point on, it's harder for people to believe you. There's a consequence, in everything that we do. And that's what I'm saying, that things don't just come automatically. It's all love-based. And if we do these things, then God's mercy is with us. The Bible says, do everything that you do. It says to say, if the Lord's will, I'll do this tomorrow. That type of thing. Alright, so if it's God's will, I'll be back tomorrow with another edition of Crossing the Middle Ministry. God bless. And hopefully another great subject. God bless.